Hello, America. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Court is back in session with your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Make sure you do me a huge favor and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. If you're watching on TikTok, click follow for great sports content. So, the New York Knicks. You know, that team in New York that a lot of New York fans rave about. It's a city, a basketball franchise, and a big market, right? Kind of like here in LA, the Lakers. The Knicks are the Lakers of the East Coast. They're the biggest draw in New York, the most popular franchise in terms of value. That would be the New York Knicks. I don't know. The Yankees are up there as well. There is no question about it. But right now, since the Knicks are in the middle of a playoff run, they are obviously front page news in New York. Knicks playoff games at the Garden, the mecca of basketball. I feel, in a way, the city moves to the rhythm of MSG. As much as I believe the Knicks can beat the Pistons, because in all, I'm looking at the Knicks have more experience, more offensive variety, and the best player in the series. I don't know about the Knicks though. The way they played versus the Pistons, I feel like they can't handle a team like Boston or Cleveland. I would say experience matters and wins this series, but we already know this series isn't going to be an easy walk through Central Park. For sure, the Knicks are going to advance, but just as I anticipated, there is going to be some hiccups. This series should be 2-0 going back to Detroit. It's starting to feel like they are not what they're hyped up to be. Just so you know, I have nothing against the Knicks. I know those folks in New York are passionate about their Knicks, but come on. Even they know the Knicks are a bunch of frauds. Blowing large leads, lack of toughness, non-existent defense, like clockwork. Always an injury excuse around the same time every year. What's your excuse this time? You can't use injuries as an excuse. Anyone can look at this series and say the Pistons have honestly outplayed the Knicks in the first two games. Game 2, yes, the foul discrepancy really showed. It wasn't pretty, you know. I did not understand that. The refs can't play fair, it seems. A 14-2 foul discrepancy at halftime was absolutely insane. Like, you're playing against the Pistons and the refs. And the difference with that was in game 1, the Knicks attacked. And here's an impressive stat. They shot more field goals in the paint in game 1 than any other playoff team. And in game 2, it was the complete opposite. They dropped to less than 50% of their field goal attempts in the paint. They were settling for shots. The ball may have not bounced their way largely because of the New York bias after the refs swung at least 15 to 20 points in the Pistons' favor. But they were settling for outside shots. For whatever reason, their aggression went away. They're just not a great team. There's a lot of talent, but they don't know how to unlock it. And as a team, they're not what they were last year. It's a different team. They lost some of their role players along the way. This series is tied 1-1, and they're fortunate, really fortunate. If it wasn't for that fourth quarter collapse in game 1, they'll be down probably 0-2. It's not really surprising when they've struggled all season against physical teams. And the Pistons are a physical team. What we're seeing is not some mirage. It's been on display all season that they can't seem to match the physicality of the teams that's more physical than theirs. We're starting to see Jalen Brunson choke. Mikal Bridges was great for 3 quarters, and he completely choked in the 4th quarter. They gave up everything to get him, and he didn't give them anything in that quarter. I think what we're starting to see is their coach, Tom Thibodeau, panic in big situations. And don't even get me started with Karl Anthony-Towns. This is the Karl Anthony-Towns I know, disappearing when he's needed the most. He pulled one of his customary disappearing acts, completely disappeared the entire second half. They have big issues to be concerned with here. And I think like we see right now is why I can't buy into the New York Knicks. When your star big is a no-show, that's a problem. You have a big man who has not been aggressive in the paint, 10 points the other night, no points, no shots in the 4th quarter. He went the last 30 minutes of the game without scoring a single point. Karl Anthony-Towns made his last basket with 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah, it was pretty bad. The Knicks had 58 offensive possessions from the time he made his last basket to the final whistle of the game. That's unacceptable. It was pathetic. I just didn't understand. Can someone explain to me? He wasn't in foul trouble. He wasn't injured. You played all 12 minutes of the 4th quarter and did not get a shot during that time. Shoot the ball. What are you scared of? Don't be scared to take shots. He's one of the best scoring centers. That's also bad coaching. You mean to tell me Thibodeau could not draw up a play for Karl Anthony-Towns? Part of the responsibility as well is on the player, particularly to demand the basketball. He wasn't asking for the basketball. Only putting up 3 shots in the second half can't happen. And Thibs, we talk about him all the time being this defensive-minded coach. And, you know, he's always been a very good defensive coach, which is good when you have a defensive team. He does not have a defensive team. They have to be better than this. No flow on offense whatsoever. Everything is difficult for them. I think they got better talent-wise, but they can't seem to ever put it together. And as a coach, Thibs have to do a better job making sure Karl Anthony-Towns gets involved, gets more touches, give him the ball. They got Brunson open late, but he was too busy foul baiting than actually just scoring and getting guys involved. To me, that looks weak. It kills your rhythm. They can't win when he's not on his game. The offense is not even that good when he's not on his game and when guys are missing wide open shots. Draw up a play and figure it out. I'll frame it this way. The whole team takes a fall for that loss. It hasn't been good for them. The Knicks have had one really good quarter. You can make that argument. This is going to be a tough series. And like I said, I still got the Knicks winning this series, but they're not a championship team. Sorry, they're not. Far from it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me once again. Really appreciate it. I'm wrapping this up now. It's late here. It's 11:30 here on the West Coast. So I'm wrapping this up now. I'm about to check out of here for the night. About to get a little shut-eye. before my big day tomorrow. But you guys take care. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the content. I really appreciate y'all. Without you guys, none of this is possible. And hey, if you guys like the content and you want more of this great content, and if you enjoy the channel a lot and what I put out, do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up with current content and make sure you don't miss a thing. But I thank you guys. Take care, everyone. Talk to you guys again very soon.